computer because I need to. All right, so we're recorded. And that just being said, I know a lot of you guys, we did the one-on-ones, and I need to free up space on the cloud. So if you have your 101 and your link still from it, please download it so that I can free up space. I can delete it from the cloud. That way I don't have to, it's easier than having to like save it on my computer and then put it up somewhere, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I'll give you till the next call, next week. And I'm going to be deleting any of the one-on-ones that we had recorded so you can download it yourself. Okay, so we are in, what is this? This will be like the third week we're starting on this internship. And really, you guys, what I wanted to talk a lot about, and you know, everybody that's on here is just, I want to know, what do you guys feel for yourself personally is your major or the biggest roadblock in being consistent and filling out all these blocks? Like where is it that, because it really, all of this does is just being consistent, right? Like, I mean, that's the main key to moving that business forward and building the momentum and getting all that stuff is being consistent. That's really all it is being consistent. And, you know, I've seen some of the bats. We can talk about your bats or whatever, like which square do you cannot, you know, that you're not consistent at? What is the biggest struggle in being consistent and marking off all of this stuff?
Still working on building the relationships to ask them to join a challenge group or become a coach. So those blocks are pretty empty right now this week.
So with that, like, how many conversations do you have going on right now?
I only have like 3, but I have been consistently every day messaging people and asking them, hey, hi, how are you? And thanks for following me on Instagram, or I like your content. I'm very careful to make sure that they are not coaches already.
Yes. Yeah.
When I follow them on Instagram.
And are they responding to your, hey, thanks for the follow? Are you ending that thanks for the follow and then asking them a question? Or are you just doing, hey, thanks for the follow?
I'm saying it depends on who they are. Like if it's a homeschool mom, I'm like, hi, how long have you been? I ask them homeschool questions.
Yeah.
So they will respond like, how many years have you homeschooled? How many kids are you homeschooling? And then one mom called me old last week. Oh, yay.
She called you old?
Well, not like, oh, I'm so glad a seasoned homeschool mom. I feel like I could sit at your feet. I'm like, thanks.
Hey, but you know what? If they're saying you're seasoned, that's putting you an expert in something. And when you're an expert in something, that means that they trust you and you have credibility. And if they trust you and they have credibility, you have credibility, then it's easier to be like, I rock this, but I rock this too. You know what I mean? Like if you have, so I mean, yes, they said that you're seasoned, but if you could take that and change that to like, okay, great, I already have credibility with this person. How can I see what else I can offer them for whatever solution that they may need? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I could be like, yeah, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. I figured out, you know, what works for us. And then I'm able to not only do that, but I can do the side business as well. And if they already feel like they could be at your feet, then why can't they be at your feet during a fitness challenge or even starting their own business while they're still homeschooling? So it's just the way that you take it, right? Like it's just really how you're going to take that comment. Like you can say I'm old or I'm seasoned and I know what I'm doing, so I'm an expert. Thought. So, okay, so that's the thing. Like if you're going to be sending like, hey, thanks for following me. Like if somebody sent me that, I'd been like, cool. You know what I mean? But like if, like I always ask that question, where are you from? But I guess my people are a little different because I don't know that they're all a certain type.
Right.
So it's like, where are you from? Or, you know what I mean? Something that they can really have to answer you and actually get a dialogue. You know what I mean? So, you know, yes, that's good to be like, how many kids are you homeschooling? Or maybe just go a little bit deeper and like, what motivated you to start homeschooling your kids? Because I mean, I'm sure that has some really deep, I mean, homeschooling your kids is a very big commitment and a big task to take on. Find out why they would want to do that. You know what I mean? I can't believe that everybody has the same answer, right? But that would be a good way to get the dialogue really going and get people to really respond. You know what I mean? But you have to ask, like I said, mine always says, where are you from and what do you do? A lot of times, you know, some people give me like one-liners, RN Chicago. That's awesome. Love it. So, are you originally from Chicago? You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like trying to really get that conversation started into something, you know what I mean? So it keeps going. And then to figure out if there is something that you're doing. And I just, like I said, one of the things that I've learned is that I was dragging out building the relationship. Like because I was so fearful of like starting that conversation, but then I have to remember, yes, I am here to build a relationship and to like have people follow me and me following them. But I really want to know if I have a solution for them. And they're not going to know that unless you invite them. You know what I mean? So like my conversations have drastically gotten shorter to the point of like, hey, how you doing? You know, like, where are you from? What do you do? How long have you been in RN? Are you originally from there? How many kids do you have? Da, da, da. And then, hey, by the way, because in my intro, I tell them that on my bio in my Instagram, it tells them that I am, you know, a mentor or whatever. Hey, I told you before that I'm a mama too, and my passion or my mission is to help moms find their inner confidence through fitness. Can I share this short video with you to show you how my group looks like? You know what I mean? So it's like you got to start the conversation, but you also can't drag it out too long, or it's going to get stale. You know what I mean? There's just so much that you can really ask somebody that you don't know, and how much they're, you know what I mean? Like, it just dies off, right?
T, are we able to use that video that you have, or is that more tailored to you?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, I actually put up the video in the Team Motivate Google Drive that doesn't have my invite at the end. Hold on real quick.
Okay. And Erica, I think for you, a good spin on with homeschool moms is you could ask them, like, you're going into fitness related, is with homeschool moms, like, they're home all the time with their kids. When do they get a focus on them?
On them, right.
I had a neighbor that was a homeschool mom, and she was just always, I mean, we love our children, but when you homeschool them, you're with them 24/7. When she never got a break. So that could be a good spin.
Yeah. I try to make those my homeschool posts. Well, no, my posts on Instagram are like, what are you doing for you today? And, you know,
well,
it's
that's
okay to breathe.
Even more like, I don't know if the word is cohesive, but at least it's still in line. If you're posting about that, then it doesn't sound weird if you're asking those questions, you know, like, hey, I've been posting every day. How are you doing for yourself? This is what I do. What exactly do you need help? You know what I mean? Like, since you already posted about it, it's going to make it easy to talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they'll see that you are talking about it and sharing about it. I just posted in the chat the link to the Google Drive. The ladies that are in that video are people from Sisters of Slay. It's you know what I mean, Erica? So it's like, you know, and I took out at the end, at my video at the end has me saying, hey, welcome, you know, I'd like to, you know, invite you to my group, blah, blah, blah. You can create your own video and add on to that, like using Viva Video. Like, if you download that video to your phone, use an app, Viva Video, whatever, you can do a quick recording of you doing the invite and then put them together, and then you can, you know, send that. I definitely would recommend with those kind of videos, especially because those go to people who you don't know who they are, is I put them up in my Vimeo account, not on YouTube, because you never know what YouTube is going to share them next. And it sucks really bad when you have your first video saying, yes, Beach Body is awesome, and then you have some, not, I'm going to be nice because it's recording, somebody else saying how bad it is. You know what I mean? Being completely negative. And then, like, you have no control of that. And on Vimeo, it doesn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's just easier that way. Or in another place where it's not like just random new videos pop up or whatever. So yeah, so I mean, yeah, it comes down to having more conversations, but keeping the conversation going, but not dragging it out, you know, and like, and doing the invites. So
Yeah.
I don't know, did that help? Did that answer kind of give you
Yes.
direction and how to get those things constantly going? Okay, so does anybody else have like a block or like something that like they can't get all of the checks? Hannah, did your house just go on the market?
Girlfriend,
What happened?
my house was pending 2 weeks ago and our buyer terminated
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh,
And our house that we're buying is contingent on our house selling. And literally within 2 hours of her terminating, we got another offer offering us $9,500 more than what we would have walked away with her.
mhm.
And then we got another offer that night. So we went pending again today.
I saw the post today. I was like, oh, she is stressed right now.
Yeah. Yesterday was like, whoo, like a roller coaster. I'm like, we're losing, you know, our buyer, we're losing the house we want, and then back to, oh my gosh, like this is helping cover all the expenses we've had to do to fix things. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah. Anyways, I'm a little stressed, but I'm fine.
Gotcha. So like,
Hannah, are you in Portland? Are you in Oregon?
I'm in Eugene.
Okay. I thought I
It's
remembered
about
that from
2
Summit.
hours. 2 hours from Portland.
all right. So
Where all
anything
the-
else like have a thing like what is it that could be holding you back from marking them all off?
I had a couple no's today, and one was a free 14-day trial, and I was just following up with her. Her kids have been sick and just wanted to know what she thought of BOD because I'm trying to spin it into a challenge pack.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got some not excuses, but reasons why she hasn't been working out, and she's tired and her kids are sick and just life.
Yeah.
But I've been re-following up with people, and my biggest hangups have just been, well, I'm doing better at tracking since we've talked. So I'm pen and paper. I have to be pen and paper. I'm old school.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my checks. Mine would be the inviting, and it's taking Peyton. It's taking the where you're taking the conversations and you're dragging them out. So I need to focus in. I know what I'm selling. I know the product is good, and I need to just not be afraid of it. They know what I do. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like all of us here post about what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like there is no mystery of what we do. We've all been on here doing this for way more than a year. You know what I mean? Like, and so it shouldn't be like a weird thing if somebody says, if you invite them in on a personal level, because you should be doing the inviting on the public level as well, that they should be seen. You know what I mean? Not saying that they all see it, but like for me, I got my challenge was from my push coach or whatever from Josh Coates was that I need to not only do a few of them on my profile or posting, but like on my stories, I need to be doing at least 3 invites a week. And like 1 hard invite I'm supposed to be doing. So I challenge you guys, if I'm supposed to be doing this, you guys should do it too. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing, I'm not doing it because I'm special or whatever, but I think it's just a good habit. Like so like 1 hard invite, and, you know, you can do 2 soft invites. Like a soft invite would be like, hey, you know, it's the 22nd, or maybe do this tomorrow, the 23rd of January. How you doing on those goals? Are you struggling? Do you need any help? Do you need tips? Message me. I can help you. Like that would be like a soft invite. Like just to like say that you're here to help and support them. You know what I mean? Not like, hey, join my challenge group. You know what I mean? But then you still need to do the like, you know, post challenge group. Like Erica, in our Sisters Who Slave group, what I've been doing, like today I'm going to do it too on my stories. I'm going to show how everybody's progress. Where am I from? Progress on their transformers. You know what I mean? And like today, my Transformation Tuesday post was not like a before and after. It was Tanya, because she made a really good side-by-side video of how she got faster from last week to this week. You know what I mean? So it's like showing that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And making that a call to action, or, you know, put it on your stories. I like Christina Delgado, I think, does some really awesome, like, push, like, tap. I don't know what the terminology is, but like you just tap on your Instagram stories and it's like it gets a new word each time you tap it, and
it's like storytelling, like a visual active.
Yeah, so that's what I've been trying to do, is like a one hard invite where I'm in a video, one hard invite with the story, you know, no talking, just pictures with like and then a soft invite. You know what I mean? That is my goal, to get that. And it's not just for groups, but to join my team. You know, like if you watch that video, and I didn't share it with you, Erica, but I'll share it with you, because this is going to be the new video. The video that I shared in the Voxer group, that's going to be the video that I'm going to share with new coaches. And it's Emily Favre. Never say her name right, but she talks about, did I say it right? Yes, I've been. She talks about changing her mindset with this. You know how, if for her, it started off, she wasn't doing, you know, all that she could until she changed her mindset that this was a gift. Not just the challenge group was a gift, but that the business was a gift, you know, because of what it has done for her. But last night, Christina, when she said something, and I realized we will not know, you won't know, your coaches that you start bringing on are not going to know the gift unless they are committed to this. You know what I mean? Unless they're actually seeing some progress. Not that they have to have a 6-pack or anything like that, but they're not going to know what a gift it is unless they're doing it. And you guys are doing it, so you guys already know that it's a gift. So, you know what I mean? If you have that, change that mindset that this is a gift that I'm offering to people, I think it might be easier to get to that invite quicker instead of dragging it out because we're so scared they're going to say no. And if they say no, okay, they say no, but at least you asked, you know? So that's why, like, every night in our group, and I'm sending you an accountability thing that says, you know, who did you invite today and who said no? Because I want at least one of each. Because if I know you're getting at least a no, that means I know you're inviting somebody to something, you know? And she also said, that was another thing that I lost my track of thought, but now it's coming back. You know, she said something that somebody told her, that what you post is what you will attract. Right? So if we are just posting, and that's something that I got to work on too, you know, just posting about challenge groups and transformations, physical transformations, you know, all that stuff, that's all we're going to attract, right? So you have to weave in something about the business, of what the business has done for you. And this is probably a good exercise. Like, so let's do this. And Erica, you sent it to me in the message, and everybody that's listening to this in the Voxer, I want you to write at least 5 things that somebody can get from being a Beachbody coach that is not monetary. And I want everybody to share that in the group, because if we have those 5, 10 would be awesome. 5 or 10 things that you feel that you've gotten out of being a coach by paying that $1,595 a month. Because in reality, that $160 or the $200 or whatever that you paid to become a coach, that wasn't to be a coach. That was just to get your product. But you pay $1,595 a month. You pay $16 a month. What are you getting for that $16 a month? Like, I had to do this exercise myself. So like mine was, I don't know where my notes are, but mine was like extended accountability, hope, freedom, sisterhood. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else I wrote down. I don't know if do you remember, Hannah, what I wrote?
No, but I can add to it. Just, you know, the ability to dream bigger, like confidence, self-worth, like, just having that, what's the word? Like, I can take care of myself, but type, you know, like, I don't know what the word is.
Becoming your own hero, you know?
Yeah.
I became my own hero. I stopped waiting. That's why if you notice some of my posts now, we're talking more about that stuff, because I'm going off of that box, you know what I mean? So it's called coaching in a box. So it's like, write down and really think about, like, for yourself, what have you gotten out of being a coach that was not money, you know what I mean? And then if you share that kind of stuff, then somebody that's going to want that you know what I mean, is going to see that you're sharing that. And so then when you get to the invites, they've already been seeing that stuff. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you can sit there, and I think that will also help you. And then also too, you writing that down and having that written down, and you can look at it all the time, will remind you of what a gift this is. So it won't be weird when you're asking and inviting somebody to join you, because you know that you have such an amazing thing, and it's a reminder. Because sometimes it's hard to remember that when you're getting no's and people are not responding to you and people are blocking you and people, you know what I mean, they say mean things to you, you know what I mean? We can kind of forget about that, because that negative always outweighs all the positive. I don't know why our brains are freaking wired that way, but they are. Like we can get 1,000 people telling us how awesome we are, but we get one person to say, girl, I saw the gray on your hair today. Maybe you should fix that, or maybe you should fix your nails. You know what I mean? You get that one negative that was so dumb, and that just messes up everything. You lose all confidence in what you're doing when it had nothing to do with what, you know what I mean? But if you have that coaching in a box in your head all the time, even those negative things that happen and they're going to happen, you'll keep going because you remember what a gift this is that you're giving to somebody. And your words were changed. Like when I watched that video and my messaging when I'm talking to people, especially talking about the business, because I can talk about fitness and I can invite people to, but I still have that, talking about coaching sometimes, you know what I mean? But now when I changed that, it's like it was like flowing from me yesterday. Like I invited 3 people yesterday to coaching. It was like a random thing, it was like blah, 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 blah. And then they said something like, well, this could help you. You know what I mean? Like one lady was, for example, she was saying she's going for her some sort of not a personal trainer, something else, but her ultimate goal is to open a health and wellness center. So I was like, hey, I got this thing that you can work now to earn the money to open this health and wellness center. You know what I mean? You can help other people. But it was like, it was just flowing because in my head, I already was thinking, I had changed the way I was thinking that this was a gift other than just making money. Does that make sense? And I think when we can change our mindset, it does help.
And I think if we stop worrying about if they're going to like it, like it's just our job to give it. Mm-hmm. And we can't keep their decision, like what if it changed your life? Like, you're gonna keep that in your mouth?
Yeah.
You're gonna trap it in your mouth? Don't, what's that phrase? Don't trap someone else's future in your mouth. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Something in Hannah's mouth. I don't know.
Something like that. You gotta let it out.
But no, that's what I think. I think everybody's. So other than inviting, is there anything else on this list that is like a block for somebody? Is it posting? Is it your stories? Is it responding to all the likes and comments on your posts? Is it following up with people who are watching your stories? You know what I mean? Your challenge groups, recognizing like what else? Is there anything else other than inviting? Because I think we all, you know what I mean, struggle. Is there anything else?
I guess, so you had mentioned following up with people that watch your stories. Mm-hmm. How do you do that if they've never reached out to you about health and fitness, but they watch every story? Do you just creepily say,
yeah,
I see you watch my stories?
Hey, thank you for following me. Yeah, thank you for following my journey. I have a new group that's starting, so if you're interested to learn more about it, let me know.
Well, I guess it's not creepily reaching out to them because they're the ones watching you.
Creeping on you, yeah.
No, but all your business.
Like, I see you creeping. Are you interested or not?
Yeah.
Either way, I appreciate you being there. That's what I would say to somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And I will be honest, like that hasn't been the biggest turner for me, you know what I mean? But because I'll get to I think I have to do once a month maybe because I don't get that many new people. But one thing that I did find out that I learned from, I think Shannon told me, I think Hannah confirmed too. So I was on an Instagram training a few months ago and they said that you could do hashtags. I think they said 6 hashtags on your stories. That's what the training said. So then I was doing that. And then for some reason, because I was in my mind, I thought I was being lazy. I just did a hashtag healthy dinner on something. I got 506 views on that one story. Like all my other stories were still like 80 or 70, but that one that I just did one hashtag. And so I think Shannon was like, yeah, you can only use one hashtag. And I was like, oh, that's not what see, that's one thing too. You have to realize where you're getting your information from, you know what I mean? And test it out and not just automatically think that if it's not working for you, it's because you're doing something wrong. It could be the training that was taught to you, you know what I mean? And apparently I've been watching too many Netflix shows from England because I keep having accent. Did you hear that? Talk to you. Damn you, Benjamin.
See, when it shows that it's been viewed, can you go back and see the people that have viewed it and then friend them?
It doesn't,
okay.
but it tells you from that, like, who went to look at your profile. So it's not.
So could you then go to that hashtag and then find people?
Yeah.
And add. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you know it's an active hashtag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like just from my my experience, I've been doing that. Like in your post, I think you want to do like a hashtags that are not so huge. You know what I mean? Not like the huge ones that have like millions and millions already people on there. But I feel for my stories, just from this last experience, you know, last week that I started just doing one and then like healthy dinner, transformation Tuesday, which those ones are like, think of like millions or whatever. I'm getting people to look at my story more than I would get them to look at my post. And like Shannon had a suggestion. She's like, so like, you know, sometimes you have a video, like you're doing a story where you have like 3 or 4 videos. So each video you can do a different hashtag, like each 15 seconds, you know what I mean? So it's just getting the more eyes on you, you know what I mean? Because if they come see you, more than likely they're going to go check on who the hell you are. And then they'll see what you post and see if, you know, then that's when you have to have your Instagram profile with eye-catching stuff, providing some sort of service, some sort of, you know what I mean? Is it entertaining, empowering, or educating?
Educating, inspiring, entertaining.
Yeah. So
teaching you something, making you laugh.
Yeah.
Inspiring you to do.
Exactly. So if we think about it, like the 3 E's: empowering, entertaining, or educating. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you think about that, what you're posting, so that when you're doing these hashtags and you're getting all these people that they're looking at your profile, I'm like, oh, I want to know more what she says, or I don't know, just something like, I think actually like yesterday, Erica, on your Transform 20 that I shared, I put hashtag homeschool. So if anybody asks, like, well, that's my homeschooling mama, so it's hashtagging homeschool. I'm trying all things to get people in my place. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Like, it's possible. People are, you know, we had 2 Superstar Diamond coaches that went Superstar in December. So nobody can tell us that this doesn't work. Nobody can tell us that people cannot build a business, cannot, you know, move up in rank, because people are. We just got to get more people to hear our stories, because we all have amazing stories. And stop keeping it in your mouth, like Hannah said.
You know, anything that like voice, like share your voice, it totally resonates with me, because I just like never talked. And my husband kicks himself now because he's like, you need to talk more. You need to talk more. Now he's like, you need to shut up. You need to stop talking. Because I, you know, found my voice more with, you know, with coaching. So it is a gift.
Yeah.
Like, if to be on this call right now, I would have been crying if you would have asked me something.
That's such a transformation. There's so many people that need that voice, you know? So it is a gift. So, okay. So inviting. Hashtags on your story. Is there anything else, like the new likes, comments, like, or, you know, one thing that I did on my call to action, hence I did have my assistant do it, but I used to do this before I had an assistant, you know what I mean? Like, I would block out time that if anybody that liked my post that had to do like a call to action, I was like, hey, thanks for liking my post. It's really hard to show those pictures sometimes, and I'm really proud of my girl. Is that something that you're interested in? You know, and like, I got a lot of people saying, no, I just like to, you know, give love to people. Great, but I'm already in their inbox. You know what I mean? And so like, and they responded. So Instagram's going to show the stuff. Same thing with Facebook. You know, you're in their inbox. Another thing that I'm doing too, and I've done it before, it was taking a lot of time, so I had stopped, but I do have the assistant, but it was something that I did before, is every day I would send somebody a happy birthday message. And I have this really cool happy birthday message that I stole from somebody. I'm not creative, you guys. I don't come up with this stuff myself, but I will tweak it. So let me share. I'm going to share this in the comments, what I'm sending. And no, of course I'm not like, converting all these people right away, but it's making a lot of people smile, and it makes me feel good. And so what have we been doing? I've been sending this message, and I've been doing it the day after their birthday. So not on their birthday, because on their birthday, they're going to get flooded with things, right? The day after their birthday, they're like, oh, I got one more happy birthday. And you should see the response I get from that message, you guys. Like, it's like, oh my God, I needed to hear that today. So many of us just need somebody to tell them that they're awesome,
I send birthday videos of me singing with the filter.
Erica, you have to do that.
And a big old smile. Get your Foxy or your Vixen filter on, and I literally and the response back from those messages is like, oh my, like I totally made their day. Like, best birthday ever. Like best birthday wish ever. So just think outside the box.
Yeah,
that's awesome, and so much better than my happy belated birthday, and that's it. So between those two,
get the I ain't doing it filter. Like the girl with the big mouth. That's the one I use. I'm like, I ain't doing it. And I have a horrible singing voice. I'll have to send it to you guys.
Yeah, I want to see that because that's awesome. But
and I send it to everybody, and then I redo it like every year, so it's different.
So it's generic. It doesn't say their name, so you can read. Okay.
No,
that's smart though.
I mean, you could literally do that, and I just started doing it for a couple of my close friends. And then I would have somebody be like, oh, it's their birthday. And then I'm like, I'm going to send that video over to them. And so I just started doing that. So I have a couple that I will cycle through every once in a while. I switch it. But the one I currently have,
my friends are going to think I'm drunk. Do that. Have you been
Mine might,
wine
if they
today?
knew I didn't drink. They know I don't drink. So that's just me.
But like I said, it's just something to set you apart, and it takes a little bit of time, you know what I mean? But it's putting you in their inbox. Putting you in the box. Okay, so is everybody good with like recognizing achievements or contributing to their groups and answering questions to customers and coaches and stuff like that, like being there?
Yes, and I feel like I'm kicking myself in the ass right now because I had a challenger post amazing results. I haven't asked her to coach. So I will be doing that tonight before I go to bed. Even if she says no, at least I've asked.
Yeah.
And then she was a referred by one of my friends and joined our team, rolled over and joined our team. So, but we're talking about asking to coach, and I'm sitting here going, just had someone with like really amazing 80-day results that just had a baby. Why did I not ask her about coaching?
Mm-hmm. And then make sure you tell her why you're asking her. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
this is why I'm asking you, because I think with your results, you could inspire and help so many other mamas who just had a baby, postpartum fitness, that people are looking for something to do, and you are fresh and new and just had this amazing results. Regardless, even if you don't want to actually start, helping people out, you want to keep the results. So you might as well get on coaching so you can get your strategy on 25% off, because you don't want to lose what you have. Well, you don't want to gain what you have lost.
Well, and I feel like people who share that stuff want to inspire other people. They want people to, and they want to be told, good job, So putting them in a position to where they can do that all the time, I think it's good.
Yeah. Did she say bye? I saw her wave. Okay, so I mean, other than that, is there any other questions, Erica? Anything else? Hannah? Anything like I said? All it really comes down to is knowing why you're doing this, and being consistent and doing it every day. Like, even if you can't do, everything, but at least, you know what I mean? You're doing the proof of the product, doing number 2. And your personal development,
I think that I just need to remember that it's actually so simple. Like, I get hung up on, I have all these conversations going and then I have to go back and respond to everybody. And I'm such a feeling person. Like, I don't like responding back to somebody if I'm like on the fly. Sorry, I have like 4 boys in the house yelling. I can hear my husband yelling on the phone. Like, I don't like just like pushing something back without actually like reading what they're, saying.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, sometimes I get too like, I just overcomplicate it. Like, it doesn't have to always be inspiring. Like, I don't have to be inspiring when I send them a freaking share cart link. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And also too, like, I'm the same way. Like, I do want to make sure that I'm reading when they're writing something. Like, I want to make sure that I'm reading that, because I'm very good at like skimming and totally missing the word. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was reading it said other. I read the word others instead of other, like talking about other people versus talking like things or whatever, and that changed the whole, you know what I mean? So it's like, if they write it out to me, but if it's just one of these follow-ups where I have on my list like, hey, did you watch the video? It's like, hey, I get to those as fast as I can. Did you watch the video? Did you fill out the form? Did the form work for you? You know what I mean? It's just, those ones are like the really quick ones. And then if they actually wrote me something, then I'm like, okay, I'll wait for that later when I have time to like really figure out how I'm going to give them their solution,
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes answering messages, I can send a, hey, how you doing? Like, initiate connections all day long, but it's the going back and taking the time to read and respond and having the time to do that is what's hard.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I just need to batch do it. Like, one day do invitings, one day do follow-ups, like, instead of every day trying to do both.
Yeah. I think it was it Meg Wazowski that said that on like a national wake up call. This was like a year, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Like, she actually has her batch days. It would be like Monday with all invites, and then she wouldn't go and like respond or follow up until Tuesday. You know what I mean? So it was like she would do all the invites, the call to action, and then the next 2 days would be the following up, and you know what I mean. But no call to action inviting, so she could focus on each different thing, whether she does that still or not. But that's how she was doing it when she first had her, trying to figure out how to go from no kid to one kid, you know what I mean? Like, because she couldn't do it all. She used to be able to do it, so she did break it up to like, that's the thing, is that you have to figure out with your schedule what's going to work and not make you feel super crazy overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's easy to look at what other people are doing and, me look at, I don't know, somebody with no kids and be like,
yeah,
I don't know how you do it. Like,
exactly. You know what I mean? One, or even those that have one kid, you know what I mean, have totally different, you know what I mean? Or they have one kid that's in junior high is a lot different than having one kid that's at home, you know what I mean? So it's like the same 24 hours. Yeah. But it's what you do with it and how you organize, and you have to be honest with yourself to figure out, okay, this, like, for me, it's like Sundays, I don't want to do anything on Sunday. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, it's just like Sundays, I don't do anything on Sunday. Sometimes I don't even have my shake on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Sundays I have to, and it was kind of nice hearing Ashley Molstead say that at Super Saturday, because somebody asked her, like, how do you not get burnt out? And she says for a very long time, like way back, before when she was still corporate, she made sure she didn't work on the weekends. You know what I mean? But then she'd go balls to the wall Monday through Friday, so it's like, I still have to have a little bit on Saturday because I only have a few hours, during the week when Case is at school or whatever. But, yeah. It is 7:11. Does anybody have any questions? Like, I want everybody to write out the business in a box, and I want you to share it. And Erica, when you share it to me, I will share yours in the Voxer group, and then I will share what everybody else wrote to you, because she doesn't have Voxer, so I have to I'll share it too. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And then you just have to make it a goal. Like, how many days are you going to do your invites? You know what I mean? And like right now, if you're more comfortable with inviting to challenge groups and you put in a goal to 3 invites a week, okay, 2 challenge groups, 1 coaching, you know? What is it? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else we could talk about. Or kind of hard when not everybody got on. But still, this was a good call. Hey, Erica, can I see your face? I can take a picture.
Yeah, sorry.
Nighttime, Choni. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Those the pull-ups, Erica, we call them nighttime chonies.
I like that.
Yeah, so they don't sound like they're having like, you know, diapers or whatever. We would call them nighttime chonies. And yeah, so but Casey is still on his nighttime chonies. He's been potty trained since 2. And he's 5. Still can't get past the nighttime.
Nighttime is the rough time.
Yeah, I got some toys.
Yep. He got some toys yesterday.
Because of your birthday?
So, yeah.
So cute.
So, thank you.
That's adorable. All right.
He's the hardest to potty train.
Was he? Like at nighttime or just all the time?
All the time. He's only in pull-ups now at nighttime, but yeah. Everybody else, piece of cake. This guy.
Somebody told me because Kaysen potty trained basically himself so early that's why he didn't do the nighttime thing. Because like his cousin, they're only like a couple months apart, and he just recently got potty trained. Like literally, probably he was already 4. You know what I mean? It was like this summer that he got fully potty trained. But he's 100% potty trained. Like he can at nighttime and during the day. And Kaysen's been during the day for a long time. You know what I mean? But not during nighttime. So I'm like, I don't know.
My friend
asked the doctor. They said it was okay.
Yeah, my friend's little boy wet his pants at night for a long time. And I have a kid that did that too. My youngest though, like dry.
Really?
Yeah. He was being dry when he was like really little though. He'd have dry diapers all night. So. Oh
really? No, Casey sometimes like he still leaks and it sucks because it's like he's always in my bed.
Yeah.
Like, God dang it.
Lay the towel down, let him lay on it, bathe him in the morning.
Well, the thing is, it's like I don't realize it till I wake up in the morning. You know? It's not like, you know, it's like, oh, really? Oh, not God. Oh, my God.
Life of a boy, I feel like. I don't know if girls do that as much.
No, I mean, Kaya, she potty trained, like, she was already almost 3, and it only took her probably maybe 4 or 5 months to be fine during the nighttime. But it was funny though, when she first started potty training, I wanted her out of diapers before Kaysen was born. And so while I was pregnant with Kaysen, I was potty training her. So she's like 2.5. What she would do is like, she would just wait till she took her nap, and I put the pool up, and that's when she would go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But we're that's done. Okay, so I mean, if there's anything else, you guys have questions to talk about? I mean, nothing. Okay, before everybody hangs up, I'm going to stop this recording.